Hello everyone, good morning. Can you guys can hear my voice?
As it
O-
was.
Okay. So yes, today is some doubt clearing session and some exercise discussion sessions. So yesterday only I just informed whoever have any questions or any related questions, not only this technical one. So you guys can go ahead with some other questions as well, like regarding your careers, career positions on the data field. So whatever it could be. So along with that, we are going to discuss some of the exercises which I provided 2 days back on Panda subject. Maybe that also we can discuss it. Okay. Whoever at least tried to solve those problems, you can send your code on the chat. Did you guys try it at least?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, the first one is easy. The second one is the challenging one.
Okay. Hello. Can you guys can hear my voice?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I will reshare my screen. So let's discuss on the solution which you people are provided. So can you see my VS Code?
Yes.
Okay, so the first exercise is, I think this is the solution for exercise 1, right? Suppose you have a data set containing the information about students, including their names, ages, and grades in the different subject. So let's create a pandas data frame for this data set and perform some basic operations. Okay, so let's create the data frame first. So you created with names, age, subject 1, subject 2, subject 3. So like that. So my recommendation would be like here, by seeing this code, the first thing would be, so whatever the imports you have, that should be placed at the top of your script. Okay.
Okay.
So after that, like all the imports should be on the top. So then you are creating in a dictionary. So as the data, that's fine. As the name of Ramesh, Mahesh, and Suresh, age is 25, 24, 26. And these are the subject and the values, the scores, right? So that's fine. So on the next line, you are created a data frame by using the dictionary. Okay, you are created a data frame. That's fine. So then give me a second. Just basic operation, right? So then very firstly, to view the data, Then how we can view the data? So by using print statement of df dot head, right? To view the top 5 rows or bottom 5 rows. If you want to see the bottom rows, you can just go with an df dot tiles, right? So then updating the columns names. Update the column names. How we can update it? So for the first, again, you guys need to see the column names first by using um, view columns. How you can see that? So you can just go with a df dot columns, right? This is the first thing. First operation should be you need to just print the whatever the things you have, that you need to print it, right? Very firstly. So then next, updating the columns. Okay, you are just going to renaming the columns, names, age, and subject 1, subject 2, subject 3 with as in a science, maths, and English. So first two names are remains the same, right? You are just going to rename this sub 1, sub 2, sub 3. In that case, I don't think so. This is the right way of doing that. So other way of around is that you can just go with an df dot. So as a columns, you can provide the dictionary as what is the old name. Sub 1 is the old name. What is the new name? You can give science is the new name. And then, so in the same way, you can just extend your dictionary, right? And then maths, then English. What is it? That is subject 3. Okay, so now I'm just going to assign this with an DF. So instead of doing this one, you are just doing in a renaming of these only these 3 columns. You can provide it in a dictionary. If you really want to rename all the columns, then you can follow this procedure. Okay, that's fine. So after that also we need to see that, right? So what are the columns which we have? F dot columns. Okay, now you are just updating the index. How you are updating the index? So range, so okay, you need to start, you don't want to start with a 0, you start with a 1. You are just re-indexing that. That's fine. And using the iLog to select the rows. Okay, by using that iLog of 1, then what happened? You are going to select the row of first row. By using iLog also you can select it. Check the missing values. Okay, so this one, what happened if you provided df dot is null? I will just add this as printing statement. So after that also df dot head after the indexing, then here also I can provide after rename. Fine. So then selecting, so this is providing a chart which is having a null values, like how many null values enter. You need to go with some of the any of the calculations, right? You need a sum of or mean or values or percentage, something you need to provide, right? So this is the one thing you should keep in your mind. Then it's a filtering, selecting a data based on the conditions, that is df age is greater than or equals to 22. It is going to select that data frame. That's fine. So for that also I'm just going to give a printing statement. So this as well, because I want to see all of these results in the console. So yes, this is done. So I'll just save it as solution from yes. Okay, I'm going to save this. So you can consider these are some basic operation which you guys should aware. So let me run this, how I can run this. So I can just go with here. So anyhow, I am already in my current working directory, that is advanced Python. So there only I just saved that file. So that what it means, solution. Yeah, come on. Five, six. Yeah, solution from Helm. So let me execute this line of code. So yes, it's executed. So the data frame which you created is this Ramesh, Mahesh, Suresh with these columns. So this is the index you have. So this is the columns you have earlier. So after renaming, so these are the columns, that is names, age, the columns are sub 1, sub 2, sub 3 is gets replaced with science, maths, and English. So after reindexing, you guys can see the data frame. So this is in the form 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Then so is null. So so this is a chart for do you have any null values or not in the data frame? So that also you can see that. So then now it is greater than, so if age is greater than or equals to 25, so we have 24 as well. So it is filtered out for only greater than is equal to 25. So these are the basic operation which you should have. So we have so many things, so many operations also we have. So for that as well, I also created some of the solution for that. Okay. So here you can see I also created some data frame. So printing the data frame, printing the informations. So info, with this info method only you guys can see all the information about your data frame. Then describe. So if you really want to know the any statistic information about your data frame, that also you can get it. And if you really want to get any of the mean, median for those values, you guys can get that as well. Okay. So far so clear. Is there any question?
Sir, can you please explain how to use LOC method?
LOC?
Um, I have tried
Yes,
with
LOC.
ILOC, it worked, but for LOC, I'm not able to understand the proper syntax and all.
LOC is not for like giving this integer values. Okay, LOC you can again always give the column names. Okay, so ILOC, it is for an integer lock. By using an integer values you can lock it. But LOC is nothing but you can provide a column names instead of providing an like here it is one is an index position, right? So the first position of your row. So it means if you are not slicing anything, so in this way, so it is means it is going to select first. So in the same way, instead of providing in a one, you can provide a column name by using lock. Okay, this is the only difference between the lock and iLock.
Suppose if you
Always
want to select a single row, can we do it with
hmm,
iLock? Sorry, lock.
no. So again, if your index should be on the string values, sometimes you have an index of with like string values. So in that case, it is possible. But uh, if your index, you need to go with a position selection. Columns are not followed up the right position values. So that's why better to go with a column names only. Like while you are selecting in a columns, you can directly use a DF of column names instead of going within a positions. Selecting in a columns or rows within a position value, it is very risky. Otherwise, you can use if you really wants to select the values by index position like rows, you can directly use df dot index. So like df dot index, you can select the index value. Okay, but you should know the difference between the lock and iLock.
How frequently these methods are used, sir? Lock or iLock?
So it is very rarely we are going to use. So
Okay.
that you should that only I showed this one whenever you seen some of these methods, because we have many of other alternatives for this one. So with the updation of pandas, okay, so you can directly use, if you need in a selection, if you want to select a column, you can directly go with the next selecting in a column names, and you can select the complete column. Or if you want to really wants to select any of the rows, you can just use index method. So in the index, you can provide the which index you need, whether zeroth index or first index or second index row you need, you can just take that. This is a very old traditional way. Okay, we have so
Okay.
many advanced one.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Any other questions, any other solutions which I get in the chat? Can I get some more solutions for that?
For the first exercise, that's question number 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I can give
Okay,
one.
if you guys also followed the same thing, so that's okay. If you have bring any of the new things other than this, you can just paste it on the chat. Okay. I'll just download. Okay, let me open it. Okay, so what you did, you also created a data frame, that's fine. So you also assigned some index values with the Roman letter, okay. And printing the shape, and you are going to use the lock as well, and head tile, printing is null. Okay, is null again, I told, like it is just going to providing in a booleans only. Either you can go with some of the statistical operation to identify the null values or not null values, or data type. Yeah, if you really want to print the data type under renaming. Okay, so upper, converting the columns into an upper. And if you really wants to know the count of those your data frame, so these two are same. So index, okay, describe, and the filtering, multiple filtering as well, sort the values and the group by. Yes, I think this will covers all the most of all the concepts of pandas which you should aware. Okay, thanks, Agyodhar. It's nice. So okay, so let's go with another one, that is exercise 2. So let's say you have a CSV file named salesdata.csv, which contains the sales data for a company. The file has a column for date. Okay, the data frame has a column date, product, quantity, and price. Your task is to load this data into Pandas data frame, perform some basic analysis, and answer these questions. Okay, very firstly, load the CSV files into Pandas data frame. Okay, I think you must know this one. Display the first 5 rows of the data frames to get an overview of the data. So you can display top 5 rows. Calculate the total sales revenue for each product. Okay, you can also calculate this one. Calculate the total sales revenue for each product. Find the product with the highest total sales revenue. Calculate the total quantity sold for each product. Find the product with the highest total quantities sold. Okay, so you can also create your own data frame, right? If you don't have this sales data, you can also create some data frame having a date column, product column, quantity column, or price column. So I will just paste this one again. Okay, I will just paste this one again. So again, I will give some 10 minutes of time. Maybe you guys can try it. Okay, and for that as well, I already prepared with the solutions for that, but I will provide the data frame for that. Okay, which having some 2-3 rows. You can execute this data. Okay, you can execute this code. The sales.csv will be saved it in your local files. you can execute this line of code. Okay. So that might create an CSV files for you. You can just load the data and perform the operations. Is that okay?
Sir, I didn't get the data. I mean, chat.
You didn't get in the chat. Can you please recheck it again? I sent it on the chat. Did you get? You can see the chart of this channel. You guys can get that.
I could
Again, I'm
only.
reshared. I reshared that. Okay.
We didn't get.
You didn't get? How many of them not received?
I didn't get.
What about others?
Me too, I didn't get.
Okay. So what I will do, I will just also write the same thing. Okay. I'll just open this notebook. Maybe what I will do, I will share it on the Telegram channel then.
Okay.
Give me a second. So yes, I send it on the Telegram channel. I hope now you all can receive that message. I think in the chat itself. Correct? Hello.
Yes, sir. Now we got it.
Yeah. So you can use the data set, perform that 5 operation. Try to perform that 5 operations. I will give another 10 minutes for you all.
Sir, I have pasted my solution in chat.
Okay, I received some solution on the chat. So let me copy this one. Yeah, I'll give some 5 minutes time for others as well. So you can please go ahead. I think yes, meanwhile we will discuss that solution. Again, I'm sharing the screen. So can you guys can see my screen now? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So very firstly, to read the data, how you can read it? So you can just use read CSV and you are just adding that data, that is sales data.csv. Okay, that's fine. So first point is to load the CSV file into Pandas data frame. So the next thing is display the first 5 rows of the data frame to get the overview of the data. How we can print the top 5 rows? So df.head. If this question is changed to print the top 3 rows, how you are going to do that? You need to provide that integer values, how many top rows you wanted to see, that you need to provide it over there, right? This is what the second point is. And calculate the total sales revenue for each product. How you can calculate the sales? Okay, so let me comment it out all of these things first. Okay, I'll just try to execute this line of code. Okay, now, wow, what happened? So we are not added the printing statement. Yeah, that's why. Okay, I'll just saving this one again. See, so this is the data frame which I provided. Data, product, quantity, and price. Printing the top 3 rows is done. Now, so we have quantity and price as well. How we can find the total sales? What is the second question is to find the calculate the total sales revenue for each product. So these are the products. Let's say product A, product B, product C. What is the total sales? How you can calculate it? What is E? So totally, how many Unix products were there?
2.
2. So what is the total sales for product A? What is the total sales for product B? That is the only thing which I want. How we can calculate it? So we have in a price column and as well as quantity column. It's just a multiplications of price and quantity, right? Let's say you bought one product, that is product A, with the price of 5 rupees. Let's say how many pens you like, how many product A you purchased? 10 product you purchased. What is the sales for that product? It is 10 into 5, that is 50 rupees. 50 rupees is the total sales for that product, right? Isn't it?
Sir, if it is unit
That is
price,
what the
then
basic.
it is,
I'm not given any of the unit price. I just give the price of each and every quantity. For product A, for one product, the price is 5 rupees, 6 rupees, something like that. Right? How we can calculate it? First, you need to multiply these two and group by this one. Or either you can just do the group by, or then you can just do the multiplications of product, sorry, quantity and price. Whatever it could be, it is fine. Let's see how we can do that. So, okay, this is the block, I think. Total revenue for each product. So you were just doing in a group by of product. That's fine. So, okay, you are getting I unique product. That is something like that. So total, okay. Instead of doing that, we can also have the multiplication. Where is that multiplication symbol? Oh, yeah, here. So then J of price, and what is the other column? Quantity, right? Quantity of the sum. So let's see. I'm just going to save it. I'm just going to execute this line of code again. Correct. So this is the data frame. Total sales of A is 149,174. Okay, you need to have a sum of these two for 2A. Okay, and revenue for B is this, revenue for C is this. But I wanted to see the data frame, why it is giving multiple values. Want to print the J first. Okay, the A product is coming. Total sales is this, and okay. So now what we should do? So after multiplication of these two, we need to have sum, right? So let me remove this sum now here. Again, I'm going back and executing this line of code. Yeah, so this is the data frame. So multiply these two values, quantity and price is 10 into 5.9. This is what we are getting. So, okay, 104, sorry, 15 into 6.99 is nothing but 104. So we need a sum of these two. How we can get the sum of these two? So let me.
Actually, Vikrant, I think first we need to do a sum of all the quantities and later on multiply it once. That's it with the price.
No. So you mean to say sum of all the quantities which we have and then
Yeah.
price?
See,
No.
some of the
So then
quantities
what
based on
happened?
the group, product group. Product first, you should group by the product.
So here you can see, see here, this is the product. Okay, this is the one product. So here we need to multiply it. So the price, okay, quantity is this. If you become, so then we need to,
Oh,
okay.
acha,
So the
okay.
quantity is different and the price is also different here.
Okay, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, some of the products on the date, particular date, this is different. This is not the same,
Yeah, the price
right?
is different.
So that's why we can't do that.
So maybe we can put it in a list and then we can submit.
So we need a sum of these two, right? So this is a series. What I will do, what I can do. Okay. So I'll just do J of, just assigning this with sales revenue column and is equals to this one. Okay. What happened for this one? Expected parameter name. Yep. Don't want this print statement here. I just done this one. So now I wanted to print J of sales revenue dot sum. So now let's see. So now total sales revenue for product is 164, 384 and 299. Right? So I'll just remove unwanted printing statements over there. I'll just do Control X. This would be okay, that's fine. Well, printing this one again. See, total sales for revenue, total sales revenue of A is 164, B is for 384, and C is 299. Okay, this is how you can identify. If you know the basics concepts of how you can calculate the total sales, rate of interest, all of these things. Okay. So in Python, you guys can you can always print it. So this is what the second one. Third one, calculate the total sales of each product. Then find the product with an highest total sales revenue. So you need to find out the product with highest total sales revenue. So which is the highest one from these three? From these three, which product is the highest one? Product B is the highest one, right? 384, which is having an highest sales revenue. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yes,
That
sir.
you need to print it. Yeah, that you can easily identify it, right? You don't need any more explanation for that. Then what is the calculate the total quantity sold for each product? How you can calculate this one? So I don't want to explain this one. Let me go total quantity sold for each product. So let's see this one. Yeah, I think this is right. So total quantity grouping of this one. So I will just save it and I'm going to executing this one. Yes, total. Okay. Yeah, from here, right? Okay, total quantity sold for A is 25, B is 45, and C is 30. That's correct. Then here I have another question. Find the product with highest total quantity sold. Find the product with highest quantity sold. Okay, so which product is highest quantity sold here? Out of these three, 45 is the right. So B is the highest quantity sold and B is the highest sales revenue generating one. This B product is good. It means this is how you need to identify. You need to understand the question and you need to identify the solution for that. Okay, is that things clear? So I also written some of the solution without a for loop. Also, you can do that. Okay, so anyhow I will send the solutions with you all. So what I did, I just created a data frame for that. and now I saved it in my data frame. So because to go with an each and every problem solution. So first one is load the CSV files. So this is how you can load the CSV files. You can always check the data types to avoid the errors. So how you can print the top 5 rows? You can just go within a sales data dot head. The next one is how we can, okay. So next one is, I'm just converting this quantity and price column to numerical data type. So by seeing this, what I identified, these two columns are in the different data types while reading in a data frame, it might happen. So that's why I'm just using PD dot to numeric. I'm just converted into quantity. I'm just converted this quantity and price column to numerical column. If you have any null values or true or false, whatever the booleans it could be, it is going to convert this into any numerical values. So after that, what I did, I just do a sales dot group by of those products, and I'm just applying a lambda function to multiply those two columns and sum it up. Okay, just to multiply these two columns and sum it up. Instead of creating in a for loop and any of the column, I did the same things in a single line, okay, with the built-in functions. That's, I'm printing it over here for the data frame. Then product highest revenue. Okay, product highest revenue generated. Okay, which product it is, how much it is. Okay, how I'm selecting by using an IDX max and max function. So with this data frame, I'm just using this data frame only. So this is anyhow having some multiple columns, right? So by that, I'm just getting the highest values of out of that, which product and what is the amount, highest amount it is going to give. The same way which I'm doing, which I'm going to do it over here. Here we don't need any multiplication. I can directly use a group by of that column, and aggregation column is quantity. I'm just taking a sum of that. Again, I'm just doing the same one, taking the ID max and the max and printing it over there. The simple solutions which I have for that one. Instead of using a for loop, you can always try these methods to identify that. So here, let me execute my code over there. That is a 6. Okay, forget about the warnings. Okay, so now you can see how we can print the top 5 rows. This is the way to print the top 5 rows. And the total sales revenue for each product. So for A product is this, B product is this, and C product is this. And here, product with an highest total sales is B, and what is the number is 384, as we are already discussed. Okay, then highest quantity, based on the quantity, A is 25 quantity, B is 45, C is 30. And then what is the highest quantity it is? What I can say, a B, and what is that? 45 is the column. Okay. Is that clear?
Yes.
Yep. So I think here we discussed a few of the things, few of the new things as well in this session. So I'm taking a pause now. So we are left with one more exercise that is actually visualizing some of the data frames and all. So let's discuss this exercises 3 in the next class, that is on tomorrow. Meanwhile, try to find the solution for this exercise 3. I think you guys have already have this document with you. So try to create your own data set and load it in and try to calculate these things. Okay. So then until that time, take care. Bye-bye. We'll meet you tomorrow then.